Hello, friends. We are back and ready to do some more science, I hope. The last experiment, number 6, I talked about some static electricity. That was with your balloon and your tissue paper. And this time we're going to actually take a battery and make some lights come on with some electricity, some actual electricity. So, in batteries, there's stored electricity in there. So, we're going to make it work and turn on some lights. Have you ever thought about how when you flip a light switch, the lights come on? And then when you turn it off, the lights go off? Why does it do that? What's behind those light switches? What makes that happen? I mean, there has to be something back there. It's science. It's not magic, right? It's science. So we're going to take that down to the very basic level and see what we can do today. Okay? This experiment is not easy. Remember I said I had to try several of these over and over again to get them to work? This is one of them. I was so frustrated, but I kept trying. I didn't give up, and it worked. So what you're going to need today is this kit, all right? It's got a battery in it. It's got some diodes in it. Those are the little bitty light bulbs with prongs sticking out of them. Don't poke yourself with them. And then it's got this round circle thing. That's tape. It's actually copper foil tape. And then it's got a piece of paper in it too. So this is what you're going to be working with today. And you're going to make your own circuit. Can you say circuit? Yeah, circuit. Not too bad, right? Well, that's what makes the lights all work in this room. They're on a circuit. And when we put a gap in it, the lights go off. When we turn it on, we close that gap and we make a closed circuit and the lights work. So I'm going to help you with that today. And so we have got to get started. You may need a grown-up. This is not easy. So if you don't have a grown-up handy, you might want to wait for this one. Good thing is you've got a lot of extra tape. So if you make a mistake, it's okay and you can try again. I had to try 3 times to get it to work. So it's okay. All right. So we're going to get started. You're probably going to need a scissors to cut this tape with. That's probably the best thing to cut it because tearing doesn't work very well because it's kind of like a foil. Do you see that? It's a copper foil. So I can tear it if you don't have a scissors, but a scissors would probably help you a little bit. And this copper foil, it's shiny on one side. That's the part you want to use. And it's sticky if you take this white paper off the back. That's where I said a grown-up can help you because it is kind of hard to get your finger in there, especially me. I was having a hard time seeing this morning and get that paper to come loose or that paper to come loose off the back of it. So we're basically going to use our paper. Let me show you a picture to make something that looks like this. Yeah, that's kind of crazy looking, right? You see that? All right. So I'll get you started with that. And let me pull up my paper. All right. I've got my paper here. And I've got a strip of foil that I took the sticky part off. And I'm going to make a line. Okay? And I'm going to get it down, lay it nice and flat, and one line across. See that? Then I'm going to make another line across that's parallel. So I'm going to get about the same length of tape. I'll show you what I'm going to do. You have to be careful because these always want to curl up. They want to get all stuck together. It can be kind of a pain, but you can do it. And again, if you make a mistake, it's okay. You've got a lot of extra. So I don't know if you know what the word parallel means, but basically it means 2 lines that look like a railroad track. So we're going to do that, okay? 2 lines, railroad track stuck to my paper. All right, in a circuit, energy needs to flow. It needs to go, if you can see that, in some sort of circle. It needs to go around and travel. If it doesn't, it'll just stop and won't work. And so when we have our light switches on, that switch, when you turn the lights off, it creates a gap so energy can't flow. But when we put this together, then energy can flow. So you need to take your battery now, okay? Need to get that out of there if you can. Might take a scissors to get that working too. I just cut it out of the package. Sometimes that's easier. And let's take a look at our battery. Look at it really closely. You should find a plus sign. You see that? Yeah, that is the positive side of it, the positive side of the battery. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is use a little more tape, and I'll show you. Copper foil tape. This is a smaller piece. And I am going to tape my battery down like this. I'm going to put this negative side on the bottom, and I'm going to tape it across to my other line. So it's almost like I made a bridge there. Do you see that? Okay. Now what this does is this allows me to make a gap right here. If I want to shut it off, see that gap? No electricity will move. Right now we can get electricity going here, but look, there's a gap over here. What am I going to do to connect those? Well, that's where these diodes come in. And these diodes, if you look at them really closely, they have a long side and a short side on their prongs. One is just a little bit longer than the other. The long side is the positive side, and the short side is the negative side. So when you do this, I'm going to make them do the splits. I don't know if you can see that or not. See how they're doing the splits down there? And what I'm going to do is make a connection. Remember, I told you they need circles to travel in, or a path that can keep going with the energy. So this light will work if we can make a connection. So what I'm doing now, if it doesn't work one way, you can turn it around and do it the other way. Oh gosh, can you see my light is working? I need to show you on a different screen. Again, I'm not very good at videos. Let me put it on my table here and see if that helps, okay? So now this is a blue one, and you should have two. Oh, it doesn't work like that. So I'm going to turn it around. Did you see it? Probably not very well in this light. My light is lighting up. Therefore, I know energy is traveling all the way around, and it keeps going in the circle. And it will keep working until that battery runs out of energy. You have two of these, so it'll be interesting to see what happens if I put both of them. Can I get both of my lights going? I don't know. I'm trying. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I've got my blue one. Can I get my green one? That's why you have extras too, so you can try it out. Right now, I'm not getting my green one to work. Oh, I got my green one working. Do you see that? So what I could do is, if I wanted to keep it on, I could tape these down and make them part of the circuit. Now, I should tell you this copper foil works because it allows electricity to easily travel through it. That is not always the case with materials. Some things aren't good at letting electricity travel through. Some things are better insulators. They don't let energy run through them. So you are a good traveler of electricity. We've learned that in my classes when we do the energy ball. And I'm taping these is what I'm doing. I'm taping my diodes down. and getting the energy to travel. I'm hoping I got both lights going. Pretty excited, but like I told you, this took me a while to get this to work. I was frustrated, and it's okay if you're frustrated doing science. That is part of the fun of it, I guess. All right, boys and girls, I don't know if you can see it, but both my lights are lit up and working. Now, what happens, do you think, if I flip my battery up and I create a gap in my circuit? Did you say the lights are going to go off? Let's watch and see. Are you ready? Look, they went off, right? So what happens if I flip my battery back over? To go on? Yeah, see, we have a gap. If there's a gap, it's like shutting your light switch off. The lights are going to go off. The energy can't flow anymore in there. So if we flip it back over, the lights come back on. And so I know that it's kind of hard to see. Maybe if I angle like that, you can see the lights better. Boy, they're really bright for me. There you go. There is my circuit. Now I want you to try it. And again, you have plenty of extra tape. You can try it. You can make a longer one. You can see what happens. Good luck with this. I think you can do it. You might need a grown-up to help you get what it needs to be done. So all right. Good luck, my friends, and have fun learning about circuits and how electricity travels. I should probably also say that electricity that comes from your light switches, that's pretty powerful stuff, right? And the plugins, we never want to play with electricity that way. This electricity coming out of this battery is not going to hurt us. It's not very powerful, so you don't have to worry about getting a shock from it. But I'm pretty excited. I got both my light bulbs working. Let's see if you can do it too. Good luck. Bye-bye.